something which can bring in a lot of money, and it can be used as a swing trade setup for in most of the settings. Uh, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's begin with the webinar. And it's a very simple topic of what is promoters buying. It's a very simple hack. And whenever a promoter buys, what does it actually mean? How it affects us? So if a promoter is buying us, so there has to be a kind of an advantage to all of us. So let's see what this advantage is. To begin with, I'm just trying to tell you I'm not SEBI registered. Number two is I'm now trying to consolidate all the groups into single group, and I will be shifting over to Telegram over next 1 month's time. I have closed 5 Let's Learn group, and in next 48 hours, I will be closing that group, completely removing all the members. So if you're part of the first Let's Learn 5, please join the Telegram group and be there for any kind of updates. So the WhatsApp will be totally stopped in next 15 days. So let's go and see what is a promoter buying and what is a simple hack for it. Standard disclaimer for all of you. Before I start, I'm not a SEBI registered guy. I'm a simple trader or a human being like you all. My qualification is more on the medical side, not on the financial side. So this is a free education platform, and we do not offer any kind of paid courses. We don't intend to change anybody's trading style or the investment styles, and all the presentations which are made under this forum are purely for the education purpose. None of them with you. I'm trying to make it sure that you all become profitable, and I have no more intentions beyond this. Please try to understand the concept. Do ample back testing or paper testing before you actually take the trade. Please feel free to consult your financial advisor before you take any trade based on anything which is shared in this class. We do not take any responsibility for any kind of profit or loss. We do not guarantee profits in any form. Now, what is the definition of a promoter? That is the basic thing when we are doing a promoter buying. So first we must define what the promoters are. Promoter is an individual or an organization that helps to raise money for an investment activity. This is all taken on the Investopedia. It is there. They may raise money for a company by offering an investment vehicles in forms of stocks, bonds, debentures, any way they can do it. So they are a basic definition of promoter for us. Now we will try to answer some basic questions. We are not bothered about the promoter definitions. So we will answer some very basic questions which strike your mind. And let's be very honest, these are the standard questions. If anybody has beyond it, just he can pin it in his or respective group. I will try to answer that. All the answers which I am going to show you today for the basic questions are based on the Google. That if you punch a word, punches that specific question, what answer Google is going to give. So basic questions which we are going to target is, what is a good promoter holding? In last 2 webinars, we did see when the promoter holdings are good. So it's the companies is bound to do good. Why do promoters buy back the shares? Like what's happening in TCS. Is promoter buying shares is a good idea or a bad idea? What happens when promoters buy shares? This is as an investor, you must know. Is buyback good for investors or not? I think so. These are the basic questions which will strike everybody who are present in this forum, that these basic 5-6 questions are going to hit your mind. And that is the rationale of having this webinar. So first question is, how much should promoter holding should be considered as a good one? A low promoter holding is said to be 0 to 20%. Mr. Nitesh, you are very fond of drawing it. Low promoter holding is 0 to 20%. So anything which is less than 20 is not a good one. A medium is 20 to 50%. and anything between 50 to 75 is considered a good one. So this is where when we start putting up our screeners, we look for this kind of percentage. So we are not going to go use screener.in in any form today. We are going to go on a very something which is has a very high legal binding for all of us. Now we come to the second question. What does promoter buying means? Why do promoters buy shares? This is a sign of recovery in the economy. The consumer demand and drop in the valuations have encouraged the promoters to buy shares. It is another way of assuring investors about the long-term prospects of this company. That in the long term, they are very bullish on the stock. This price has to go up. So this is a basic second question which we have answered is why do promoters buy their own stocks? So we are clearing this part also. Now we go to the next question. This is again, why do promoters end up buying this? It results in the reduction of the number of the shares which are outstanding in the market. It improves the earning per shares and the return on equity. So your ROE improves. There is an increase in EPS and increase in ROE. So this is how it helps it. I will request everybody, please don't try to unmute yourself. Since I'm using a headphone, it echoes in my head very badly. Now, question number 3. How to assess what happens when the promoters buy shares and how to assess the company's future by tracking the promoter shares? Is the promoter buying good? They don't know what is the value, the valuation will reach which bottom. But they have overall an outlook that this company is going to outperform the rest of the peers. So this is a second way of knowing the promoter buying is reasonably a good idea. What happens when the promoters buy the shares? This is what we are interested in. We are not interested if somebody ends up buying 100 CRs of shares. It will lead to rise in the price of the stock and provide an opportunity to investors to sell at a higher price. This is a way of doing a swing trade, a short-term investment to make money, buy cheap, sell high. In case, even if the market goes against you, okay, it doesn't rise. So you still have a solace, the person who has put in 100 CRs and you have put just 1 lakh, that 100 CR fellow is the promoter. He knows in and out of the company and he knows the company is going to perform very well. So take it, this is a very strong sign of buying a stock on a swing trade. Today, yesterday in a couple of the groups, I had said about one of the stock there, the promoters have ended up buying 100 CRs of worth of stock. So 100 CR is not a bad promotion, bad amount to be put in. There is something in the company which they know better than us and they are buying it. So now we come to the next few questions. Is buyback good for investors? That is what is happening in TCS. I say it's a good thing. We are having stock at 3,700. We should at least anticipate that this stock will touch 4,500. If you go back to the history of what is happening in TCS, the TCS, whenever has gone for a buyback, if they have offered it at 1,800, the stock was ultimately ended up at 3,700. When they said at 2,500, it ended up higher up. So these stocks tend to outperform at their buyback prices. So rest assured, please take it. Buyback of TCS makes it that the promoters want to keep the majority chunk with them. They want to decrease the floating stocks in the market. And that is how they are going to increase the valuations of the company. So I personally say the TCS is a good bet in the coming days for any swing trade. There are a lot of sites which will tell you where the promoters are buying or what is happening, going to happen. And they will be reporting, we will go to a place where the reporting is mandatory as per the law of the land. The reporting of the buying of the stock at the market price is mandatory by law of land. And we go to the place known as National Stock Exchange website. Nothing is more authentic than this. Any website can say wrong things. This is a little, you can say you have to know an understanding of the Microsoft Excel before you start using it. So you'll try to do it. So let's go on to Microsoft Excel. We see my trade, I hit my target, and I made around about 449 points into it in the Bitcoin. So I will let me close it. This is not needed. I don't need Facebook also. I need a National Stock Exchange of India. This is a free site for everybody in on the Google. Click on National Stock Exchange. Now, please remember the steps. Please remember the step. I have to travel today in half an hour's time. So this session is not going to be a long one. So in next 20-25 minutes, I will be finishing it. I have to leave by 3:30, 3:35. So just try to see the steps which I'm doing is. Go to the topic known as list, L-I-S-T, list. Fourth in the middle, in the corporate fillings, there is a word known as corporate actions. Click on it. Now another page will open up. Now go to this. It'll come lower down and go to this place inside trader, insider trading. You will have another box opening up. Download this Excel file. There will be an Excel file which will be downloaded into your hard drive. Now you have opened it up. Now you see, I don't know what is happening here. This is too big file for me. Now this is where your knowledge about the Excel will come into play. The fifth in the range, home, insert, page layout, formula, data. Click on data. Now there will be a word filter will come in. Filter in the E category, the E column, go down, unselect everybody, only select the last two. The promoters, we are only interested in promoters and the promoters groups. I'm not interested in employees and anything. And I press OK. Now you see, the numbers have decreased drastically. Now come down to S column, the S1. Click in, unselect everything, just select market purchase. Just press market purchase and OK. And now you see, you had Silver Touch coming as in which the promoters have bought in and increased their equity from 5.38 to 5.47. Yesterday, when I checked it, there was 100 crores purchased by the promoters in HCL Tech. So I will try to show you once more. Now you see the number of equity shares they have bought. There's 11,000 stocks they have bought from an open market. What has happened to the promoter that they are buying from open market? See, always try to find out a thing is, they have gradually increased their almost by 0.9%. And this purchase total value was almost for 2 CRs. Now let's go back and redo it using a weekly data. We don't do it for a week because already the bus has left the station. I just want to show you for the what I have done seen for HCL Tech. I had picked up HCL Tech yesterday itself. Again, data filter, I'm only interested in the promoters and the promoter groups. I'm not interested in anything else. I click on this and I go, and on the S column, I again press filter. I need only the mode of purchase should be only market purchase, no other purchase. Now this, I had picked it up on Saturday morning. Now let's see the valuation which they have bought us. 1, 2, and 3. Copy it, bring it down, paste, simple hacks and what buy promoters in last 1 day. Same, you had Silver Touch, you have TCS, but TCS, you see, it's too small amount. Always pick up what is happening here. Why the promoters have, see, Vishwaraja Sugars, I was talking in one of the group. Why, what has happened to the promoter, Mr. Nikhil, that he ended up buying almost 10 lakh shares worth 25 CRs. Share was hitting upper circuit, suddenly it started falling down, but he is buying from the market. Why is he buying from the market? This is where we have to use these kind of knowledges to increase our profits. Not tomorrow, I'm going to buy, let's say, 100 shares of HCL Tech. It will cost me 1.6 lakhs or 1.7 lakhs. Or I may end up buying 500 shares of this. So if it touches 1750 or maybe 1800, I've already earned what I want to do it for by a swing trade. So this is the basic way of taking up a stock. I request you, please, Mr. Sampath, there is no reason. And there are some people who are switching on the cameras. I don't know why, what they want to show. That they are the odd man out and real intelligent people who can't understand a basic English. I think so. We are educated, and I've not made something which is not there. The same thing, if you were paying around 20,000 rupees for a class, now you would have definitely done what I am saying it. And somebody who's very fond of drawing it. Lovely. Yes, Mr. Bhavin.
Sir, small question. I mean, this HCL Tech, in the file that I downloaded, it is showing that employees purchased and designated employees purchased. It is not showing promoter. These 3 lines, what I'm getting on Excel file.
Now you see it. If I use this criteria and I just unselected only promoters and promoters group, it has gone away. It was there
Exactly.
Yesterday in the promoters group. It was
Okay.
all
All right.
promoters.
All right. Because I thought I have not downloaded wrong file. No, that's what.
No. You can see it. Whatever is coming here, it is right in front of you. So this is how you pick up the stocks for it. Now, my humble submission to everybody in the forum is that once you pick up any stock, please share in the group you are there that the promoters are buying it. Somebody may not be able to see it, download it and do it. At least this much you can do for your fellow traders, and you can help each and every one of us. Now, any issues, anybody wants to ask anything, because I will be closing down the section at sharp 3:30. I'm not going to hold it anything beyond 3:30.
Okay.
Hi. Sir, please.
Yes.
Please repeat the steps once more, checking out.
Hi, Dr. Good afternoon. I'm Veera Kumar from Chennai. I have one question.
Sir, there is first question. Let me finish with that part.
Okay,
gentleman asked how to do it, sir. Sir, I'm just going to show you. Start from 1. Please look at the steps. We go to the National Stock Exchange. It's on the Google. It comes down. We double click it. We go to the list. We go to the corporate actions. There is a word known as insider trading. We go there, we download this. We only select one day. We don't go anything beyond it. Download it. There is a Google file which will come down, Excel file which will come down. We click on the data, filter. On the type E, we only unselect everything and only check the promoter and the promoters group. So we get this kind of a list. Now we go to the S1 column, unselect everything and only go for the market purchase. So we have a silver touch which is showing us there is a market buy of 11,000 odd shares worth 2 crores by the promoters on 20th of January. This is, you will get all the data from here. So any issues in this? Anybody please post in the link for the Telegram channel, because I won't be having so much time. I didn't want to cancel the session because it would have looked very bad that I canceled it in the last minute. So I'm just trying to, let me see where I have that. Because today I will not be able to log in also. I'm just putting up all the links to you, all of you. I'm just trying to put it. Because my family is waiting outside in the car for me. So I put in all the links and I will take a redo session for all of you if in case the things are not clear to you. And this is how it is done. Any more questions, sir, please? We have 4 minutes exactly.
Why?
So when a promoter sells the stocks, so what does it mean, Doctor?
Dumping, pump and dump.
Dr. Gil here.
Sir, good evening, good afternoon, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, why did you just did not check the offline mode? Because another promoter has bought in offline mode. Why
Sir,
didn't you put that?
Sir, why a promoter will buy from an active market? Offline mode, the price is stationary. So the only idea of buying it from the market is when you buy it in the market, you are dead sure that the stock is going to fly. Anything which increases the promoter stake, we have to find out a way. And the most authentic way is when they buy from the market, because they have to inform to the SEBI and to the National Stock Exchange that they are buying the stock. So in HCL Tech, even if the employees have bought 100 CRs, that means there is 101% some side of very big news, which we don't know as an outsiders, that the stock is going to outperform the other peers. Almost the HCL Tech, if I'm not wrong, let me see the chart. I think so it has corrected reasonably very well.
Yeah, it has.
It has corrected a lot. See, there are a lot of people who use my chart, so there will be a lot of indicators. I don't use any indicators any longer. I'm devised a very nice way of doing it. Now you see, if I put it on a daily chart, you see the amount of correction we are having in this stock. HCL Tech is. We are holding at something around about 1147 rupees. This correction is approximately 230% correction, and this is bound to do it. If I see whatever I believe in, there is a big gap out here. We are reaching somewhere around about you can say our weekly support levels. This will most likely the weekly support levels. Yes, we are at the weekly support level, and this coincides with our daily support levels also. So this stock is bound to fly from here. So if I see it on a 4-hour time frame, how it is going to, we already have a dragonfly standing in there, and which is refilling itself for flying upwards. So one more question, sir, and I will then request everybody's pardon because my son is standing right on.
Yeah, Doctor, this is Manunarayan from Tamil Nadu. Thanks
Yes,
for the wonderful session. My question is, suggestion is, previously some stock promoters increased their stake before the stock going to unlisted. Also, that happened in few years back. Also, some groups promoters increase their stake before that stock will be going to be delisted. Okay, so in this session also attendees will be considered this is the only way to pick the stock. If the promoters will be increase their stake now, they will consider this is the best way to invested in a stock. So must clarify that. That is my concern.
I will take it on that part. Now I said somebody that during for the Urja Global, I am not, it's a pump and a dump stock. You can yourself see the promoters are, or they are dumping the stocks. Just wanted to show. So I will take leave from here. Now I have to leave now, sir. And I will request, I will do a redo sessions on a promoters dumping the stocks also. In that I will cover this part also, and I will cover the second part also. So if I
There
will
are few Benami transactions also, no, in this?
sir, you can see it. I have not tried that part. At least I'm being very honest on it. I've not tried it. I will be trying it, and I will dissect out the site for everybody, and I will let you know how to use this site. This is a free site for all investors like us, and we should know in and out of this site. Now I'm trying to dissect the market data for everybody. It's something which we can get a lot of knowledge from this. So I'm trying to get a lot of data and a lot of ideas from this thing is if we can use it to increase our money. So we should be doing it in a very proper way. So if we hold each other's hand, we will be doing better as compared to others. So with these words, I will be requesting that that I want to end the session, and thank you for a Sunday evening. I wanted to keep it a brief. It is a weekend for everybody. Stay safe in COVID times. See you all. Bye bye, Tata.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kamalji. Thank you. very
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Dr. Kamal.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kamal sir.
सर इतनी जल्दी बंद हो गया
much.
थैंक यू वेरी मच कमल सर
Thank you, sir.
for that 10th
Hello.